Hey everyone, today is January 15th. This is my first video, hopefully of many. I am on my way to the farm. I'm going to meet a gentleman over here, a forester. He's going to help me implement some of the stuff that we try to do over here. My goal is to vlog all of the activities and all the preparation and everything that goes into managing what I consider a decent sized piece of property. It's about 422 acres, I think. Currently, it's 422 acres, mostly closed canopy forest, and about 30 acres of pasture land, which is just not great wildlife habitat. So I'm gonna hopefully take everybody on a journey here, mainly doing this for my family, and hopefully I'll be able to help some others out there along the way. I've messed up. It's currently 18 degrees and snowing, and I picked the coldest day to come over here. It was in the 60s last week. It would have been a much better time to do it, but we're doing it. Got a lot of things going on, and just hope to video log most of the activities so that my family has kind of the history and the how-to in regards to managing this property and what all went into it, and hopefully that'll help a lot of people out there as well if I'm able to successfully learn how to do this YouTube video logging process. So I'm a newbie. I know nothing about this. I know nothing about farming. I know nothing about habitat creation. I know nothing about creating videos. This first video here is being shot on an iPhone 14. I think the newest one out now is like a 17, maybe even 18. So I'm a little behind. I'm gonna have to update some equipment, but figured I'd start somewhere. So currently on the way to the farm. It's about 2 hours from my house, which makes it a little bit difficult, but my goal is to hopefully make at least one video a week detailing what work has gone into what we're doing over here, and so hopefully that'll be very helpful. There's a little backstory. I've done some work up to this point. I had a habitat consultant come down and meet with me and put together a plan. That was about 2 years ago. I met with a gentleman that was going to kind of help me implement it, and he thought I should do something different and had a pretty big price tag to it, so I held off on that. Just didn't have the time. But this year I am planning on making it a priority and vlogging it through the process so that we have all this that we can look back on, and I hope to include some other people and video some hunts and talk about the deer that I'm seeing each year and what kind of things that we're doing to make it a wonderful habitat for especially white-tailed deer, but other habitat as well. Maybe hunt some coyotes, hunt some deer, hunt some turkeys. Hopefully just take us all on a journey here to where we can kind of watch these videos, especially my family, and look back on them and see what all went into it and how to manage it going forward and things of that sort. So hang tight. This is the first video, hopefully, of many. We'll do a recap after my meeting today, and I'm hoping to put out some mineral. I got some feeders hanging, just try to get them through the winter time, and gonna put out some mineral licks and freshen up some mineral licks and just try to keep the deer healthy. So first of hopefully many videos. Probably be a lot in the car, at least to start a video, because like I said, it's about 2 hours between my house and the farm. So that's it for now. All right, so I'm over here at the farm. I'm in the barn. I'm gonna mix up a little mineral lick here. I just got done meeting with a consultant we cruised the property a little bit, and he didn't see much value in timber. A few areas where we might be able to get some value out of some of the timber, but most of it's a young timber stand, probably have been timbered, 20, 30 years ago, and just needs some more maturity to it. So I'm gonna put out some mineral lick here. What I use is 2 parts trace mineral salt, 1 part dicalcium phosphate, and 1 part just a regular livestock salt. This is called Mix and Fine. It's by Champion's Choice. All 3 of these you can get at Tractor Supply or your local kind of feed store, but all I do is I take a couple buckets, a couple 5-gallon buckets, and topping on it, the Kool-Aid, grape Kool-Aid powder mix. This will bring them in. So I used an old scooper, just an old Kool-Aid thing here. And I'm gonna go 2 parts trace mineral, 1 part of the other 2, the livestock salt and the dicalcium phosphate, and mix it together with 1 of these Kool-Aid. I don't know how many ounces this is. I don't have my glasses on me, but throw that in there, and that'll bring them in. So I'm gonna mix these up, and we'll get back to you. All right, so I got all my mineral, the 3 ingredients mixed together, and I'm out here. I'm getting ready to put it here. I found a spot. Anyway, this is where I'm gonna put it. I found a nice stump. I'm gonna clear this out. You can see I got a feeder hanging right there. That little feeder contraption, something we'll go over another time. I'm gonna set this phone down, but you want to clear it out, I don't know, 3 feet in a circle all the way around. Clear all the leaves and the limbs and everything out of the way. You want a pretty good soil too. You don't want
bunch of rocks and stuff that they got to paw through. You want it to be a little soft, so that's why we picked this spot. It's got a stump, pretty good soils. It's close to one of my feeders, so I'm gonna clear it out there with the rake. I'm just gonna take this mixture. Pour it all around that stump. They'll be tearing that up. Also have a trophy rock here that, man, I put this out in November. It's now January and it's still got good size to it. So, you know, it seems to be lasting pretty good. Put that on that stump and that'll leach down into that stump. They'll be tearing that up. So that's the first one of 3. I'll be back. All right, here we are. New mineral site number 2. So I was lucky enough to come over here. As you can see, there's a little bit of snow on the ground. And I was able to find a really good trail where they're using, and I'll turn it around here. You can kind of see going up through here towards where my side-by-side is and on up through there. We got a really good trail here that they're using a lot, and definitely recently. So I found this stump, really good stump. Decaying a little bit. As you can see, I cleared out around it. So I'm going to pour a little mineral on this, and we'll come back in a few months and freshen it up and see how it's done. So this is number 2. This is a new site, and we can see just what this mixture does. Today's the 15th of January, and so we'll do another video at some point on how they're hitting this spot. More to come. All right, mineral site 3 for today. This is an existing site, but it hasn't had mineral in it for, I mean, I hadn't freshened it up since probably March of last year, but as you can see, they still hit this thing. I mean, and it's this combination of stuff that I'm using here now. You can see here behind me, I got a feeder. It's spitting out corn. And then right next to it is the mineral lick. I'm gonna scrape this out and freshen it up and show you what it looks like at the end. I'm gonna set this camera down here. Yeah. All right, so here it is. Ground's pretty hard today. It's about 18 degrees. So we'll come back and look at this in a little bit and see what it looks like. So there you go. That's 3 mineral licks today, 2 new ones, and freshening up 1 existing. So we'll see what they look like in a month, 2 months, and 3 months. Probably freshen them up about 2 or 3 months because we'll be getting into March and April. That's it for right now. All right, so little recap on the day. Started out this morning with an intro video on the way over about what we're gonna do. Ended up getting there and meeting with Forestry consultant. Very nice guy. Really appreciate him coming out and spending time with me today. I learned a lot. But in summary, he doesn't feel that the timber is mature enough, that there's not enough value in the timber for his time. So that doesn't mean there's no value in the timber. It just doesn't mean that it's, you know, something that he'd be interested in investing a lot of time in. Basically, he can make more money, you know, on something else. But he's willing to help me from a consulting standpoint, basically on an hourly basis if I need him to. He really suggested following through on the equip application that I've submitted to the NRCS, and so I'm going to be working on that. I think I might have missed the deadline for this year, but no rush on that. We can get that in. So ended up meeting with him. We drove around the property on the Polaris and spent a couple hours just talking about stuff and driving around the property. Very good meeting overall, so I really appreciate his time. He's going to get back to me on some things. But after that, I put out some mineral licks, put out 3 mineral licks, tried to establish 2 new ones, and freshened up an existing one. So we'll follow up on those with some videos and some photos of how those are doing past this video. So a little recap on the day, headed back home now, and just wanted to do a little recap. That's it.